What's up, sports bettors? Get the drinks ready. I got 5 football picks for you in a flex play. 4 college, 1 pro, really good. And we've been doing well on PrizePicks recently. So if you're new to the OddsJam YouTube, kind of what I try to do is show all my bet slips, kind of explain the logic behind the bets. And, it's not like we know any coaches. There's no BS on this channel. It's all about market data, math, logic. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's get into the first pick I actually have for today, and hopefully you were able to tail the one from yesterday that I gave out on this YouTube where we cashed, right? So let's go ahead. Let's get into this next one. So the next play I have is right here, and we're on Mario Williams under 53.5 receiving yards on PrizePicks. So before we kind of get into why I like this pick, whatever, there's kind of, things you need to understand about PrizePicks, right? PrizePicks is a very interesting platform because they don't vary payouts depending on if you select the over or the under. It's very interesting. Over, under, 20 to win 60. Doesn't matter if you pick overs and unders. Doesn't matter if we switch these picks, we're always seeing 20 to win 60, 20 to win 40 in profit. So we've kind of, in a bunch of other videos, so there will be a PrizePicks strategy video on the end screen, but I won't rehash it. We've kind of explained before how odds work on PrizePicks. Any 2-pick entry has the implied juice of minus 137 on both sides. Any 5-pick flex play is actually best, where you're only getting minus 119 juice on both sides. So you can kind of think about this way. I can just pull up a parlay calculator really quickly. And again, if you've been on the channel, I know it may be a little annoying, but kind of just like to hear the strategy explained again. But this strategy is all that matters in terms of making money off of PrizePicks. So it's really important to understand and internalize, right? PrizePicks gives you plus 200 odds, 20 to win 60, 20 to win 40 in profit, plus your $20 stake back on any 2-pick entry. So they're giving you the implied price, the juice, essentially of minus 137 on both sides. If I just go to a parlay calculator, you can see if a parlay comes out to plus 200 and the odds for both bets are the same, it would be minus 137. So long story short, PrizePicks juices 2-pick power plays to minus 137. 5-pick flex plays are minus 119. But regardless, a lot of words. Let's get into the pick. So what you'll notice here is like, wow, FanDuel is setting his over-under at 44.5, 9 yards away from PrizePicks. DraftKings has it at 51.5, but they have the under heavily juiced. I'm including this in a 5-pick flex play. So I'm getting minus 119 odds, and I'm getting the highest possible under 53.5. Right? So that's pretty good value, right? DraftKings is pricing the under 51.5 at minus 140. Underdog has the line at 50.5. FanDuel has a line at 44.5, 9 yards away. So FanDuel's in a different ballpark than PrizePicks on where they think the receiving yards line should be for Mario Williams. So under 53.5 is a great value bet, right? And where I found this is just kind of the OddsJam Middle Betting Tool. Okay, because FanDuel offers these alternate lines, you can see they give you, there's a 30-cent change, minus 114 to plus 116. There's a 30-cent change essentially for every 5 yards, minus 114 to plus 116. So they don't offer an under. The alternates are one-way markets, but you can assume the under 49.5 would be priced 30 cents away at roughly minus 144. And then if you went all the way up to 53.5, it would be like minus 178, something like that. And we're getting minus 119 in our PrizePicks entry. So this just looks really good looking at the data. And again, all a middle bet is if you're looking for middles, and they're so valuable in football. Football a lot more than baseball. But middles show you where are sportsbooks setting the line at different levels. So you can kind of imagine Diggs is over 4.5 receptions on FanDuel at minus 110. On DraftKings, he's under 5.5 at minus 110. You hit both bets, one is always going to win. He's always going to go over 4.5 or under 5.5. But if he has exactly 5 receptions, both bets win. So that's a middle, right? It's where sportsbooks are disagreeing on where the prop line should be set in the first place. Not just the odds, but where the line should even be set. So in college football, especially because it's a new market, there's tons of inefficiencies like this one on Mario Williams. So boom. So that's the first one I have. Then this one I love, okay? We have Stevenson under 46.5 rushing yards. You got to check this prop out. It's pretty ridiculous, okay? So FanDuel and BetOnline, so 2 sportsbooks, including one very sharp sportsbook, set his rushing line at over under 35.5. PrizePicks is 11 yards higher, 11 yards higher at 46.5. So this is a bet, you have to hit, okay? So include it in something, please, for me. FanDuel's giving you, from 35.5 to 39.5. It's a jump of, as you can see, 36 cents. So you can assume to 46.5, this would be something like minus 220 on FanDuel. And BetOnline is completely in line. That's an incredible prop. Incredible prop for the Dolphins-Patriots game. So that's pick number 2. So let's go to the next middle. What else we got? What else you got for me? And we can continue to go through. So we can just kind of see what's out there. So we have Stevenson, boom. Next we have Mumpfield, under 72.5. Same reasons. I don't have to go through them all. Will Levis. So if we go to this game, is this the one? Here you can see this Mumpfield guy, looks pretty good. Being able to get minus 119, so this I bet. And I'm trying to think what else there was. So maybe the last one we can look at is Levis, and then we had Williams. So we had Mumpfield, the first 2 I gave out. Levis, we can go through very briefly. This looks amazing, right? PrizePicks giving you under 229.5. FanDuel has the over 216.5 at minus 114. What you could do as well is you could bet, a little on FanDuel on the over, a little on in a PrizePicks entry on the under, and essentially, if if he throws exactly somewhere between 216.5 and 229.5 passing yards, then you're going to win both bets. You're going to win your bet on FanDuel, and you'll cash that leg in your PrizePicks entry. So that's another option, right? You can play these on FanDuel. Like for this first one, well, where's the final one? So the last one I have is Ricky Parcell under 50.5 receiving yards. So I'll show you my pick in a sec. But one option, and it would literally be impossible to lose money. It would be impossible to lose money if you did this. You could bet Stevenson over 39.5 rushing yards at plus 122. And you could include this in your PrizePicks entry, under 46.5 rushing yards at minus 119. And then, again, if he has 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46 rushing yards exactly, you're winning on FanDuel and you're cashing in your PrizePicks entry. So that's a middle, right? And that's why middles are so fun, because you're not rooting for a player just to go over or under. No, you're rooting for a player to have an exact outcome between like a certain window. Like, no, please stop. We only want you to have 45 rushing yards. So anyways, those are the plays I have. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's make some money.